Hey guys, in today's video I want to share my opinion about the competition and especially for the sensational topic around the two giants in sim racing world, VRC and RSS. So first of all, the main thing is that some guys very quickly rush to judge which of the best two cars are better. I mean, the Formula Hybrid 2023 versus the latest release of the Formula Alpha 2023. And in my opinion, most of the people don't have the needed qualities to feel these two cars completely and then to form their full opinions. And here I come, who has been driving their products of both companies for years, and particular the LMDH cars of VRC and the Formula Hybrids of RSS. From what I've understood so long is that each of these models have their own overall build style, which is not compatible in my opinion. In today's case, we will take the detailed look at Formula Alpha 2023 and I will explain why it has its own unique style, but at the same time it's far from the Formula Hybrid 2023. So let's get started. In the first place, what makes the both cars similar, there is no way to hide, it is how well they made both of their own concepts. The both companies choose from two or more cars from the current F1 grid and decided to make their own concepts. In the case of RSS, I recognize the front nose of AMR23 and SF23. The side pod is taken from RB19 and they also take some parts of the rear wing from W14. In the case of VRC, however, is completely opposite. Until the RSS did not the seat on the specific model, the VRC models were mainly based around the concept of AMR23. With this choice, I noticed they implement one of the most positive qualities of this year Aston Martin. The first thing is when the car starting to brake. The second one is the good steering on the front as well as the overall balance of the car. However, these car specs are not similar to the Formula Hybrid 23, which is based on the physics of the RB19 and extremely smooth of the throttle, which is far from the case with Formula Alpha 23. It has excellent acceleration and top speed as well, and phenomenal downforce of some of the fastest tracks of the calendar. So far from now, I mentioned the good features of the both cars, while of course I mentioned only the handling of the both cars because I think one real sim racer should be excited only about how his car feels, isn't it? Now let's talk about what I don't like and why it's hard to compare these two cars. First of all, I will start with my favorite so far, RSS Formula Hybrid 2023, which I already spent around 17,000 kilometers. The only thing I didn't like about how the car handles is the wing weakness. If you remember, some of the previous cars of the racing studio, like Formula Hybrid 2022, 2021 or even 2020, we were stuck to the original wing setup, which allowed to me to experiment a lot more with the car. Until now, all depends of what downforce preset we choose from, low, medium or high downforce. Basically, from my side, this is the all negatives from Formula Hybrid 2023. If I expect this setup tune, I can get used to everything. However, this case is completely different if we start to talking with VRC Formula Alpha 2023. First of all, one of the things I didn't like about their car is that the setup itself is too complicated. Even for me, someone who spends hours to making the perfect setup, or at least one that is the close to perfect. I like the realism of the design they have shown, but I think this will put the most people off of tuning of the car and force them to drive without any setup or just to use some of the basic tunes which they provide when you bought the car. The second thing which I didn't like is the throttle pedal. The throttle pedal of the Formula Alpha 2023 for me is too sharp, and probably this is because the fact they made their own throttle mapping, but somehow this didn't fit to me. From that I've tested from past years, the first 20 to 30% of the acceleration I feel the throttle too sharp to me, which I think can be fixed with the next update. And again, if I exclude these two things of their car, is also more than perfect, but still not compatible to the way how the RSS hybrids are handled. and this is why these two cars are unique in their own way, and it might be the opposite for you in some cases. And for me, and my final thoughts also are that the VRC have done the magnificent job. They deserve the all credit of the solid car with so many features. Tell me in the comments what you think about that, and until then I will ask you to respect the both companies, enjoy their products which they provided to us, and remember that the best products are born from the best competition. Peace.